Man, the season is flying so fast. I just need it to slow down. It's going to be grown and in the playoffs before we know it. We're already at week 6. We got so many interesting storylines. So many teams that are overachieving, some that are underachieving, some players that aren't showing up, some players that are showing up. Let's talk about all of it. All of the above. Hit that subscribe button. It's nickel and dime.
Great intro this week. Great intro.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Somebody is live.
Oh, we ready.
Somebody is live.
Got to watch all the games this week, man. I feel good about it. I mean, obviously I don't feel good about it, but I feel good about it.
You feel better.
Your boy's getting his first win of the fantasy football season too, my man.
Ooh, yeah, I know that.
So you know I feel good.
Yeah, I bet it do feel good, especially on a day that your team didn't get to win. You have to take your wins when you can get them. You know what I'm saying? Take your W's.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get into it. Week 5 recap. Taking your wins where you can get them. Rams capitalize on Russ getting hurt. Beat Seahawks. Now what do the Seahawks do? Russ is gonna be out for a hot minute. They're sitting at 2-3.
Oh man, that's right. I really forgot. Like Russ
seems like a lifetime ago,
bro. Right, it does, and because like literally watching like all the games this week. We were just talking about, but like Russ has been an Iron Man, Drew. Like he hasn't been injured that much. You know what I'm saying? So like this is kind of new territory for them.
Gino
time, Gino, and the crazy thing about it is, bro, like. People, like, weirdly enough, there are some people in the football cognoscency, as Dan Hansis likes to say, that have some Geno takes, bro. There are some Geno truthers out there, apparently.
Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out.
But bro, we'll talk about it a little bit more in the matchups, but they're sitting at 2-3, Drew, the worst possible time in that division to have your quarterback go out, right?
Right, because I mean, you can't lose too many more games and be in consideration for the spots, especially with everyone else still winning.
Your boy had him as a 3 seed, I think, like in my playoff.
I mean, I had him in the playoffs. I didn't have him that high, but I have him in the playoffs. Looks like, I mean, switch them in Arizona, I guess. I don't know. Arizona's playing how I thought Seattle would be playing. I mean, no, I didn't think Seattle would be 5-0 because Arizona's 5-0.
Yeah.
We got to go ahead and just get it out of the way. The Panthers lose to the Eagles. They look terrible.
Yeah. We do need to talk about it because your boy told you last week that this was going to be this is why it was one of my matchups. Like I had a feeling that this might happen, and I'll be completely honest, it is not because of the defense. Like it's not because of the defense. They gave Sam Darnold in that offense every opportunity with those takeaways that they had against that Jalen Hurts led offense. Now, don't get me wrong, the Panthers offense was giving them away to the Eagles defense, and they also had chances to win that game. They eventually did, but
they did. They took it. That block punt, man. Oh, watching that real time.
It was at the worst possible time. Time.
Special teams might not win you a game every now and like too often, but it'll lose you a game for sure.
They can lose. Yeah. And you saw it happen. Yeah. It burns a little bit more when special teams is the reason you lose the game, though. I don't know why.
Indeed. Yeah. Blocking a kick. It hurts. Speaking of kickers. Kickers. Oh, Packers. Packers snuck one out on the Bengals after Crosby missed 3 field goals.
Yeah. And but he won the game, though. He won the game.
I mean, what if it just would have kept going? What if we would have been stuck in somewhere like weird time loop of just kickers missing kicks?
Well, no. Well, only because Donovan McNabb has told us all that you tie at the end of the first overtime if y'all are still tied. Donovan
Fair
McNabb
enough.
has
Very
told us
true.
that
Very
lesson.
true.
So
I still think they had time to miss some kicks, though.
They definitely did. They definitely did. I mean, like, and I almost feel bad for the dude because, again, we talked about this before, but your boy told you to watch out for this matchup. I told you.
It was a great matchup.
And it was a great matchup. And
great matchup.
It was like, and I saw Trey Hendrickson had a sack. You know what I'm saying? They were getting after Aaron Rodgers, but they were also, and that's the crazy thing is, like, it seems like Aaron Rodgers and that LaFleur offense were getting rid of the dink and dunk offense and doing a lot more deep down the field stuff, long developing routes. And your boy Devontae Adams had a field day yesterday.
I think it's going to keep getting better too, man. I think they're unlocking. I think they're unlocking some things in that playbook, man. I think the Packers offense is just going to get even better. It's just, can that defense keep up?
Yeah, I wonder how the offense is going to evolve. But I think that's good, Drew. I think that's going to be their story this year. When you look back on it, it's going to be the offense doing exactly what you want them to do. And if the defense is able to capitalize at a few points, but also like not give the game away. I mean, for the most part, you know what I mean?
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
Speaking of giving the game away, man, poor Detroit. God, you had him. You scored a touchdown. You got the 2-point conversion, 37 seconds left.
Oh man, I felt, and then of course the coach, like seeing him get, like, he wants it.
I don't.
Dan Campbell wants it.
Watching a grown man cry, dude. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's awkward, but like I feel for the team though. I feel for the Detroit fans. And I do think the wins are going to come with that type of mentality, and they're playing hard for him, obviously. And that's the thing is, at this point, Detroit is going to be in the game in the fourth quarter, and that's like all you can ask for. You just got to figure out how to turn the tide. You know what I mean?
For sure. You got to think it started. The luck's got to be on their side at some point. You know what I mean? Like, get all the bad luck out of the way. It's got to.
Yeah. They're not going to go 0-16.
You're right. They're going to go 0-17.
Oh, damn.
You see how Shawn tried to throw that little lawyer clause in there? But
oh, man.
Go 16.
Oh, man. Damn. Yeah. I'd have took that one all the way to the bank. All the way to the bank.
Oh, man. Jameis doing Jameis things.
Yes.
Threw some bad passes, but ended up with 279 yards and 4 touchdowns to beat the Washington football team. They needed to win that game, and they did.
And they did. And Washington needed to win that football game too. Let's make no mistake about it. And they did not. I mean, and really, and that was the crazy thing, is like, it wasn't like the defense had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? No. Honestly, I'm kind of putting this one on your boy Taylor Heineke.
He didn't play the best.
Hey, look, we talked about it last week. We pretty much agree on a lot of stuff, but like, you went Heineke last week. Your boy went Jameis Winston, and I guess I had a little bit more faith. I want to know. We talked about this a little bit before, but like, I think this definitely puts it back in the, hey, when is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to be able to get back?
Yeah. Heineke had a window that he could have made this very interesting.
Yeah,
didn't really do what he needed to do to make it interesting.
True. Well, but also like it like. The defense in the first game, like after it happened, did not do him any favors. They've been a little spotty too, you know what I'm saying? But yesterday they showed up and did their thing. Jameis,
still gave 33 points to Jameis.
Yeah. He definitely has some characteristic Jameis plays yesterday, but also, Jameis is chucking that. He's chucking that rock, bro. Like down the field. Given that offensive element they definitely didn't have last year. I'm curious to see how the rest of their season goes.
Agreed. Well, you want to take this next one because your Bucks absolutely destroyed the Dolphins. Like, just touch on it real quick because we don't even really need to talk about it.
Yeah, I watched the highlights like 3 times already, and it just like, it was, let's just like, to put it simply, it was close for a while, and then after that. Wasn't. And then it wasn't. After that first Antonio Brown touchdown, that long one, it kind of broke their backs. And before we move along to the rest of the week, we have to note, like, let's make no mistake about it. The Dolphins don't have shitty corners. Okay. Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, Pro Bowl and All Pro last year. I don't know if Byron Jones made the Pro Bowl, but he is a
He
former
got
Pro
paid
Bowler.
like one.
He did. Top pay corner in the league, one of them. And we made them boys look silly yesterday. I don't know if it was a question of effort. Like, I don't want to throw that out there, but Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, I mean, 4 TDs, and I want to say Chris Godwin even had a quiet 70 yards. So Tom Brady's balling, man, age 44. I honestly, like, and I hate to throw this out there, it shouldn't really be the case, but he's got to be in consideration for MVP at this point.
Oh, no doubt. 4, 11, and 5. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. The Raiders, you jinxed me, my dude. You jinxed me. Pick the Raiders. You said it was about time the Raiders did Raiders things, and here's what happened. Gruden got in trouble early in the week, which we'll talk about a little later on. But it kind of looked like the team didn't really care. You know what I mean? Which
was a drastic change from all the previous weeks. Like that, if it was one team that had looked like they had been carrying every game, it was the Raiders. So I don't know what changed over the course of a week,
because it's not like Fields was tearing up the stat sheet. You know what I mean? Like
no, and I just don't understand what happened, but they really needed that. They have to keep pace in that division, especially with the Chargers. I did see interesting note. I did see that the Chiefs are no longer the favorites to win the AFC West. They are no longer
it's because the Chargers and Browns put on a clinic. Sean, here's a little stat I saw this week. I saw this morning. Right. Teams with 40 points and 0 turnovers in the Super Bowl era were 401 and 0. They are now 401 and 1. Tell me that's not the most Cleveland Brown thing you've ever heard in your entire life.
I mean,
even when you win, you don't win.
Yeah. And it was crazy, bro, because like Cleveland, even on the ground, like they were doing anything they wanted on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Chubb is an animal, bro. Like, and I just don't know, like I'm not sure exactly where to put the blame for the loss. Like maybe is there such thing as a blameless loss? You know what I'm saying? But like the defense balled. They did their thing. I mean, what can you really do against Justin Herbert, who is that dude's special, bro? That dude
398 and 4 touchdowns.
He is special, bro.
Herbert?
Like, yeah, that dude.
I love it, man.
Yeah. I'm starting to man crush that dude, bro.
I'm telling you, dude, you know I've been a Chargers believer, and I'm so happy that they're showing out for me.
And like, I mean, let's we got to talk about it. Let's, like, you know what I'm saying, talk about the guys who don't get the acclaim. Rashawn Slater, the rookie, Northwestern, doing his thing, bro.
Dude, he was out in front of some of the runners, some of the plays, just pushing people out of the way.
Yes. Great. And I mean, like, so make no mistake about it. The tape does not lie. Him bodying Chase Young, that one game that everybody points to, was not a fluke. Okay. Like, this dude is blocking his ass off.
He's the man.
And he should be in consideration for rookie of the year, but it's not going to an offensive line.
You can't. You know if it was, then your boy would have won it last year. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. Nah. So,
well, let me ask you real quick. Two teams that took care of division foes. Who looked better? Who are you more scared of come playoff time? Cowboys getting it done against the Giants, or the Cardinals getting it done against the Niners?
Oh man, I am going to go with the quarterback with the best track record. And like, I feel like I am now, like, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I feel like I'm a Dak Prescott guy. Like, I'm a Dak Prescott homer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to go with the Cowboys only because they have been in bigger spots way more recently. Like, over the course of time, they got a lot more going on their side than the Cardinals do at this point with the two teams. Like, the Cardinals are a pretty young team, young coach, you know what I'm saying? So I would go with the Cowboys, and they look dangerous, bro. Them boys look dangerous. I would listen. If the Bucks played them now, if week 1 was now week 6, I would be nervous. You know what I'm saying? Because for as good as the Bucks offense is, I think the Cowboys are clicking. Their defense, Trevin Diggs, bro. Like,
what, 6 picks in 5 games? Like, get out of here.
Yeah. I'm like, that dude is a ball hawk. And like, he's looking for it. He is as confident as a corner as I've seen him a corner in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it just happened. Like, you know how there's those corners that are just in the right place at the right time, just all the time. And that's that dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's that dude.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we got to talk about it, man. The Bills, are they staking their claim as the AFC team to beat?
Yeah. Yeah. And they were talking about it a little bit on the broadcast, but like I kind of agree with Chris Collinsworth. He was like,
"No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Listen,
don't say that.
He called, but you got to give credit where credit's due. You got to give credit where credit was due.
Right.
He was basically like, listen, if they are going to run Josh Allen, they're going to be a problem. And as soon as he said it, like, it was already like the wheels were in motion. Like, and the Chiefs had no answer for that, bro. Like, if that's going to be the case, like, if he really does commit to running and passing the ball and still consistently being accurate like he was, who's going to beat them? Especially if their defense continues the ball like they have. The running game getting involved.
They didn't get Milano back yet, right?
No, is he coming? Is he on short-term IR?
I think so. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done. So,
yeah,
even get the rich get richer, man. It's not fair.
I mean, listen. Maybe I haven't really dug into it, but like, I don't know how much time this guy is playing, but I shit all over Greg Rousseau, and I want to say he's on that Buffalo defense, so we might need to look into that. I will eat some crow. Like, listen, I can be wrong.
Yeah, we've done it.
What I'm saying?
We've both done it. Well, that's it for our Week 5 recap. I just want to throw this stat out and just get your reaction, because the Titans beating the Jaguars is nothing new. Henry did his thing. But since 2019, Jacksonville Jaguars quarterbacks not named Gardner Minshew are 0-17, while Gardner Minshew is 7-13.
Better than all of them. I mean, Lil Minshew, man. Like, I mean,
they all had the same team, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how people just like, I guess this is what people talk about when they feel like there's like an under the line, like under the radar kind of what am I trying to say, like narrative about people, and it kind of just maybe gets tossed around, and people don't really get the opportunities that they should. Maybe Gardner Minshew's that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody actually committed to him, you see what he has. I mean, a la Ryan Fitzpatrick, like maybe going that route, you know what I mean?
I mean, he deserves to be in the league over Nathan Peterman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gruden made a lot of mistakes this week, and I still maintain that Nathan Peterman playing was one of them.
Man, and you want to talk about the Raiders, man. I was about to hit you up because I saw that Carr went down for it, but he wound up coming back in the game.
He got popped.
But then I forgot. He did. And I like immediately was like, oh, it's Mariota time. And then I was like, damn, he's injured. Damn.
I was super bummed, man. I was super bummed we didn't get Mariota time. So I was like, it's about to be over for Carr. This dude's about to come over.
Gruden ain't giving it back.
And then he was sitting on the sideline like, it's Peterman. Oh, I'm taking my time.
Yeah.
Well, a segment we haven't done yet, and it's week 6, so it's about time. Let's bring back Fire Unis. Because I saw a couple this week that I was pretty pumped about, man. I did like the whole aesthetic of the Tampa Bay Miami game. Tampa in the all whites, Miami and the turquoise. It looked nice for both teams. I did enjoy the icy whites from Buffalo. That was very nice.
It was a good uniform, just a good clean uniform. Buffalo is like, and I mean, call me a sucker. I know, for as much as this country sucks, I'm a sucker for wearing white and blue.
And it's a pretty blue. It's a beautiful blue.
It is
when they wear the all blue and the white helmet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Buffalo, man.
So they were a
Those
close
uniforms.
second, but I gotta give it to them. They didn't pull out the win, but they won in my heart. The all red Chiefs, man. I love it. I love that look. I wish they'd do it
Really,
even more. I love the
I
all red.
like.
I love it.
God, I mean, like, I'm not helping myself with the narrative that I hate the Chiefs here,
You
but
do
like,
though.
I
It's
just
okay.
don't
It's
like their
fine.
red. I'm not.
It's
I'm not a fan. This
fine.
is the red of all reds.
It's
Okay,
fine.
this red is
And
great.
when y'all
This red is
come out
great.
with an all red uniform, minus that
Oh
atrocity
no,
y'all had
we
a couple,
had it.
it was bad.
We
It was
no.
bad.
Listen,
It was
the
rough.
all red. Listen, Red Thread Redemption was a hot uniform. I will die on this hill right now. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I would like to see what the old school uniforms y'all get it all red. I would be open to seeing that. I just didn't like the style y'all had at the time when y'all went with
it was the numbers. It was the numbers.
It was bad. It was so bad. Were you futuristic but a pirate? Like what? I don't know.
We shan't talk about it. But
no, yeah, I gotta give it to the Chiefs this week.
But I guess before we move on, the creamsicles are coming back, sir. Apparently, once Nike gets lax and this whole uniform thing gets worked out, the creamsicles are making a comeback. The helmet rule, once the helmet rule changes.
Yeah, I'd be rocking the creamsicle look if I was a Bucks fan 24/7. I wouldn't even worry about this new aesthetic. I'd be like, this is my one uniform. This is all I wear.
Just rock it the whole time?
The whole time. I saw a man in a yellow Chiefs jersey. Granted, he was knocking another guy out in a video on Barstool, but it looked good. They need to bring it back.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this before, but the NFL they're losing so much money not doing uniforms. Like,
look how much
crazy uniform changes.
The NBA
got it right, man. NBA got it right.
Yeah. Dude, city uniforms for we've been down this hill. All right. Real quick, some housekeeping notes before we move on from week 5. Juju Smith-Schuster is out for the season. Had surgery on that dislocated shoulder. So we'll see what Pittsburgh's hurting offense already does with one less piece.
Yeah. Shout Chase Claypool. He about to go off. Juju now has
Johnson.
time to.
I need Johnson to go off.
Hey, Juju's social media is about to.
Oh God, he's going to be so obnoxious on social media.
He's got so much time now. So much time.
Oh boy. Okay, prepare yourself. Got an MCL sprain for Edwards-Helaire, out a few weeks. So we'll see how that knee responds. No definite timetable for him. His teammate Tyreek Hill dealing with a minor knee injury, not expected to miss time though.
Really? Interesting. Okay. All right.
The poor Giants are just beat up. Jones, their quarterback, is in concussion protocol. Barkley, we got to see what in the world happens with that ankle. They're waiting for swelling to go down before they dive deeper into it. They're maintaining it's just sprained. But if anyone saw that footage, that was a hell of a sprain.
Yeah, and it was one of those freak things, man. I just hate it for him, bro. I just want
can't catch a break,
a full season for this dude, bro. And I mean, shout out to Daniel Jones, man. I kind of like Daniel
he got popped,
Jones, man.
He got popped.
He did, and it didn't.
You like Daniel Jones like I'm like Mitchell Trubisky. It's okay. They're mediocre quarterbacks. We like them. I want to I don't know. He's definitely more athletic than people give him credit for, obviously, but he's got some ability. You know what I'm saying? He's got some ability. You just know you're messed up when the opposing defender almost goes to catch you. You know what I mean? When he stumbled, the Cowboys was like, oh.
that was hard
bad,
to see,
man.
Bro. That was hard to see. And I feel like they didn't really need to do that there. They could have come up with another play instead of running the quarterback, asking that man in a foot race with anybody. He can run, but he can't a corner with him at the same, he don't have a lead. Nah. Come on now.
Nah. And Galladay also is dealing with a kney injury, so no
they
timetable
whole
for
squad injured. All their
Sterling was already hurt. Thomas was already out. So they're banged up.
They can't catch a break.
Cardinals fear tight end Max Williams is done for the year with his knee. I guess they're expecting
was bad.
it.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
I felt bad for him too. He was balling that game too.
He was having a good year.
That's what I'm saying. I
I
like the way he, like, you know what I'm saying? Like his mannerisms and like the way he juke and like how he like his after the play antics.
Yeah.
For Max Williams. I'm a Max Williams.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah.
And our last housekeeping note, Joe Burrow is all good after throat contusion scare. My man went to the hospital for a possible throat contusion.
Yeah, said he got poked in the throat.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he's good after that.
Yeah. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Them boys, they're gonna be hell, man. Like I'm curious to see like what the rest of their schedule looks like, kind of reassessing and like re-looking at it, like being able to revisit
it's
that.
Brutal. It's brutal.
It would probably, the rest of their schedule probably looks a little bit different in as far as how many wins and losses they are going to take at this point.
All right. Well, we were set to move on from housekeeping notes, but my lovely wife, who's a huge NFL fan as well, so we keep each other up to date. John Gruden and the Raiders expecting to part ways as Gruden tells his staff he plans to resign. Get this, as more emails surface. How deep is this going to get?
Whoa, Drew. I cannot believe that this just happened while we were recording. What luck do we have with this? Right? Listen, wow. we gotta talk about it. I know, man. I mean, like, what is happening here? I think everybody is collectively thinking this, and like, how bad is it? Like, Drew, what are your thoughts right now? Where?
I mean, we've been calling for it based on how the Raiders played leading up to this year. And then he got his seat cooled off a little bit because they started playing okay.
Started winning and playing well.
Now it turns out he's just a terrible human being.
Man, it's almost like karma catches up, bro. It's almost like karma catches up. And it has to be bad if he, at this stage in this season where things are going well for him, are now coming back. And Drew, we just mentioned it earlier in the show. This is before we found out about what is happening now with the parting of ways. Drew hit the nail on the head and said that we'll revisit that, but like he said that it looked like there was a drastic change in between week 4 and week 5 in the way those boys played, and like it was evident on the field, which is probably why they took that loss. And maybe this is what it was, bro. It had to have weight on the team.
Had to, man. Like, because they said the right things. You know what I mean? Like I saw the interviews. They're like, Gruden doesn't come off as that guy to me, but their play showed it different. You know, like their play showed they were like, we're going through the motion. I think the only one just trying was that play that Carr got popped because he was like, I'm like his competitive switch turned back on for a second because the defense didn't get. Yeah, I know that's John Gruden.
I have
from the Raiders,
bro. I have so many questions. Like, okay, so like, okay, just immediately right off the top of my head, right? And give me your takes on these as well. But like, okay, so like, what does the next draft look like now? You know what I'm saying? Like that Mayock now should get his full range of, like, you know what I'm saying, of like all his people in there be able to draft. Obviously, who steps up as the interim head coach? I want to know who's on that staff, who's ready to take that
Marcus
team.
Mariota. Transition to coaching.
Right. Yeah. Just put him in there. I mean, like, and then he can just play on the field. I want to know, does the offense change now? Like, I mean, there's so many questions I have. Really, I want to know who's on the staff and who's going to be ready to take that team, because the team was rallying around Derek Carr. And obviously, it's obvious now with what's going on with Gruden that he was the catalyst for that team. Now Gruden's out the way. Clearly, Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr might be on the upswing, bro. Like after this,
do we have a varsity blues moment where the team's like, we don't need to coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In real life, IRL.
Yeah. They're like, we're good. Carr will call the plays from the line. Look at me for the switches on defense.
Damn.
All right.
Can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, we did talk about it, right? We did say, we mentioned that multiple times. Would Gruden make it through the season? Drew, I'll kick it.
Didn't see it happen into that. We didn't see it happen in that way, but we both agreed.
Right out of my mouth.
He was in
Took the
trouble.
words right out of my mouth, man.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited to see where they go from here, man. Let's
Damn.
get into that new segment. True or false.
sir.
We're gonna ask
Yes,
each other
sir.
a couple questions and a simple true or false. Yes, you can back up
Yeah.
your answer, but just true or false whether you believe.
Right. Yeah, because I think that, like, just keeping it simple, there are some questions that have to be answered. So, Drew, I'll kick this one off to you, bro. Looking at two of the top teams in this league and how arguably bad their defenses have been thus far in the season, is it safe to say that based on the tape that we have seen thus far, that we will not get, true or false, we will not get a repeat Bucks and Chiefs Super Bowl at this point?
Ooh. I mean, I'd be a crazy person to say that I got to go true. We're not going to get that. It's not.
I mean, I think the evidence suggests at this point that, like, you have to fix the defenses if you're going to get to that level. Like, there has to be a gelling, and both teams, I can right now say, can get got.
There's
easily.
some contenders on both sides for sure that could, on any given Sunday, could take them out, or Saturday. The playoffs are on Saturday too sometimes.
No, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
I agree with you. All right. Browns, Patriots, Steelers, Chiefs, Colts, Dolphins. 6 AFC teams that are currently not in the playoffs. True or false? 3 of those teams will make the playoffs.
Ooh. Wow. Okay. You said Browns, Patriots, Chiefs,
Steelers,
Dolphins, Steelers,
and Colts.
Oh man, 3 of the teams. I have to say false, only because I think 2 make it in. So just by technicality, I think 2 of those teams, like, they're powerhouses. And I looked at that. I was surprised by the teams that are and are not in. And the Chargers are screwing everybody up with their good play.
Bengals too.
Bengals too. And that's what's got the AFC flipped. Chiefs on the downswing. So I think 2 of those teams come out. But honestly, at this point, Drew, which 2? Not sure. No, actually, there are some teams that aren't going to be in that. Let's
I think the Dolphins, Steelers, and Patriots are kind of done for.
Ooh, really? Dolphins? I mean, Steelers with the win yesterday might be done.
Come on, man.
Listen, bro. They needed to play better, and they played better. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't know how much longer they can shove out the scarecrow that is Ben Roethlisberger. So change quarterbacks and we'll holler.
Listen, he got a dub yesterday. He
beat the Bills. They beat the Bills in the first game of the season. Still don't believe it.
Okay. All right. We're going to see.
I mean, I do think the Browns and Ravens make the playoffs. Don't think 3 teams from that division make the playoffs. Yeah. So, unfortunately, Bengals might not make it either. So, I mean, the division is too tough.
It is. But, like, them beating the Bills week 1, definitely. Well, week 1 is a little fluky. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, this team, like, it wasn't as much of a statement, but they did beat a Teddy Bridgewater-led Broncos team who had been surging yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So that means a little bit something after the way that they have been playing in my book. So I'm not ready to close the book on the Steelers quite yet.
Okay. All right. Yep. Sounds good. What's your next question?
All right, listen. We talked about this team at times begrudgingly because they have proved that they are a team that's capable. So we have to revisit this question, but with pieces, and we just talked about this team. We just mentioned it. So great cue. With pieces that are showing out, talked about this team surging, and when they are healthy. True or false, Drew? Are the Broncos a quarterback away from being a playoff or Super Bowl contender?
Playoff, yes. Super Bowl, no.
All right.
They don't have the weapons on offense. I like their 2 running backs.
Okay.
I like Sutton.
Yeah, Sutton.
Fant can show up here and there. I think
Judy went healthy. Judy and KJ Hamler.
Judy still got to show me something. You know what I mean? Like he's if Judy if he's as advertised and Sutton continues to grow, because he still needs to grow too. He's not a true number one either yet.
True.
Yeah. He is by default. But I think the weapons need to show up a little bit more. And maybe they're a wide receiver or a slot receiver away in next year's draft. You know what I mean? Like, what if Tony, look what Tony did for the Giants. What if he would have gone to Denver?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Maybe that argument's a little stronger.
Yeah.
I love their defense, but it's aging.
It is.
I think they have a couple more holes than quarterback.
All good points. I can't argue with you.
Thank you.
All right, what you got?
My second question was about John Gruden, but we've already. All right, well, I'll hit you with this one instead.
All right.
The only players 21 or younger with 400 plus receiving yards and 5 touchdowns in their first 5 games: Randy Moss, Jamar Chase. So, true or false? Do you feel better about this draft pick that the Bengals made getting Chase in the first round?
True. Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like he keeps putting games together. Like, this dude keeps putting game together. And maybe there was something, like, I just didn't believe that the chemistry would, like, I believed it would translate, but to how much carryover, I did not know. And there's something to that. This dude, and they're putting him in good positions to get open. That's what he's doing. He's catching the ball, and he's a problem. So I can't, as long as they can protect him, that's the key. Like, the relationship will continue to flourish as they protect Joe Burrow, and they got to keep doing that first.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. All right, last one for me.
What you got?
All right. So listen, through 5 weeks, it's pretty safe to say we know who the top teams are and who will be in the playoffs, I feel like. So, true or false, there are not any teams that are going to make a mid-season turnaround and make the playoffs on the NFC, because we kind of did the AFC already, right? So, like, at this point, we kind of see who the top teams are. True or false, there will not be a team that makes a mid-season turnaround on the NFC side. Below 500 right now. Let's say that.
Below 500.
Below 500.
Okay, let's see which NFC teams are below 500 right now. So below 500, we currently have Washington, Philly, New York, Minnesota, Detroit, Atlanta, Seattle, San Fran. Ooh, those last two kind of. I don't know.
Throws it off, right? Throws it off.
Because I could definitely see Seattle coming back with Russ and doing some work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say Seattle.
Ooh, okay.
Seattle figures it out.
Yeah.
I'm still not jumping off of that train.
So you feel like Seattle over San Fran will figure it out?
Trey Lance just worries me, man.
Yeah, Trey Lance, he's injured. He got injured too, right?
And the 49ers just can't stay healthy either, man. So, like, what running back's going to get hurt next week? What defense star is going to get hurt? Like, I mean, I just don't see San Fran figuring it out.
In my projections, bro, like, that's what I like. You can't. They have been so injured. You figured that the tide was turning on how injured they would be, and it just continues to keep happening with them. It's less like star-worthy players, but it's like it also is key players that they kind of need as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to get it figured out, but it's not on their side right now. You know what I mean?
I concur.
Yep.
What you got? You got a new segment for us this week. So why don't you tell us about your new segment?
Listen, bro. Listen, we decided to get into the betting game. Not very much so, but listen, what we're gonna do here is we got a little segment called Little Suspect. Okay, like, there's one game that we're gonna pick. If you are a betting person, and we're going to go over this game and just the line and where it's at right now. And if the line isn't what it should be, you should be a little suspect. You might be able to make some money on this. You know what I'm saying? So Drew, we'll kick it two games. We'll let you pick the first game that we do. So would you rather go Vikings at Panthers, or would you rather go Cowboys at Patriots?
Let's go Vikings at Panthers.
Oh man, I was hoping you were going to pick this because yes,
because
sir.
I
So
just
listen,
heard the line like 30 minutes ago. So I like where you're going.
Yes, right.
Or
So
do I like where you're going?
Well, no, listen, I like honestly, there in my eyes right now, where the line is basically +1. The Panthers are +1 right now at home. Okay. So are they going to tie? No, it's not going to happen. So pretty much, in my opinion, wherever way the line moves, I think you can make money here, especially like if I don't think it's going to stay the same. I think it'll be 3 by the time it gets to game time. But at home, right? Like at the Panthers are at home. I really like they are better at home. Like their home crowd does give them a boost. I've noticed over the course of time. So I really feel like regardless of where your money is going to go, you are probably going to make some money on this game just based on where the line is now. Because +1, -1, Vikings are obviously -1. Vikings are the favorite. That team going on the road against the Panthers defense that could be stifling.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. The Panthers defense could be stifling against that Kirk Cousins. Hassan Reddick continues to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So like the rest of that defense can get it right. It's whether or not Sam Darnold is going to be able to elevate that offense. Chuba Hubbard proved that he can be the guy. You know what I'm saying? 100 yards yesterday. Yeah. 100 yards yesterday. So Sam Darnold needs to elevate. I think the line right now, I'm suspect as hell. I'm going to be honest with you.
That's fair.
I'm suspect as hell.
I'm very intrigued to see how Sam takes last week. Like, if I'm going to continue to be a Sam Darnold believer, which I am.
Yeah.
I want to see how he responds this week.
Yep. Yeah. If that's where your money's going, that line is a little suspect.
Because we can put up numbers against Minnesota. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Come on.
It could happen. And they're like, I think the Panthers are due. I'm a little scared of the game, to be honest with you. Like, regardless, which is why it's +/-1. You know what I'm saying? Like Panthers are +1 at home, but apparently Vegas is also scared of that game. Yeah, that's why that's where you should be putting your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yep.
All right. What's the next one?
Oh, we do. So that was the Cowboys. Yeah,
I want to hear it too. Yeah.
All right, Cowboys and Patriots. Listen, Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites going into New England. Right,
3.5. That's it.
That's I mean, Cowboys. That offense going against what the New England Patriots just did against the Texans are only favored by 3.5 points. I think
I'm not a betting man, but I might put some money on Dallas.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the
Cowboys, this is going to be like Mac Jones coming out party.
Well, I think so. I think what is happening here is the Cowboys are they're coming on the road, and I think Vegas might be looking at the Patriots just holding the Bucks, that offense, to 19 points.
Yeah.
So, but I think the Cowboys, like we mentioned earlier, their offense is a little bit hotter right now, even though Brady just put up 45. Their running game, they're more balanced, put it that way. So 3.5-point favorites, bro. I'm a little suspect on that line. You might need to get your money in there.
That's fair. That is a very fair. I did not know it was that low. Okay.
All right.
Well, great segment. Thank you for bringing that to the table this week.
Yeah.
Let's get up into our matchups, man. What is a matchup you want to see this week?
Listen, I think we got to capitalize on the situation here and go LA Chargers versus Baltimore Ravens, bro.
You said my favorite word that's not Panthers related.
It's
Chargers.
Listen, this matchup, it should be strength on strength offensively. Baltimore continues to pile up yardage, be one of the top rushing teams in the league, dragging their passing offense along, but it's working. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not working right now. Apparently, we'll see how that game turns out. But listen, the Ravens are third in rush offense. LA defense, surprisingly, 29th versus the rush. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really doing great in the rush. Chargers, obviously, they're very balanced. Like they're toward the top of the league in both offensive categories. The Baltimore D is about 20th in pass defense. So Justin Herbert's going to be able to test that out. Ravens are home, so that should count for something. You know what I'm saying? Chargers, and not only that, Drew, but the Ravens are home, and it's a 1:00 game. So the travel time might throw them boys off a little bit. So Ravens might be able to capitalize there. The Ravens are a little bit injured though, too. So they got to get through this game. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true.
So I'm kind of like Lamar's still getting it done, bro. But like, is he going to be at a point where he has to do too much?
That's what concerns me, man. Anytime that Baltimore gets on a little bit of a streak, and don't get me wrong, that Detroit game showed some guts, and I loved it. But how much of this has to be Lamar Jackson? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to step up and help him out? Like, because they still got a rumor floating around this week is that Baltimore's getting hit up about their running backs, that they didn't have any running backs, and now teams are asking if any of their running backs are available.
Yeah, they might. I mean, they already did that one too many times, and Mark Ingram should actually still be there. But
big trust.
Yeah. I want to know. Are they going to be able to do that? They have to. I think you're right. They have to have somebody elevate their game on a consistent level. But I really don't know what the injury situation is for most of these players. But hopefully, I don't know if they're going to be able to get them back in a week to be ready to get ready this game, because the Chargers are going to be able to take them all 4 quarters. So I think they might get into a point, barring something unforeseen, of having to keep up with that offense, and I don't know if they can do that.
It's very true. Yeah. And I want to see Herbert keep cooking.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
I love watching him play, especially Williams stays on the field, man. Him and Keenan and Jared Cook's in there, and Parham and Eckler and Kelly get some touches.
He is 6'8". The one dude is 6'8", bro. Like Parham, I think Parham. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Mike, I love seeing Mike Williams' big ass like rumble through there, catching those passes too, man. That offense is fun to watch. I'm actually like, I was just thinking yesterday, like, I'm glad the Bucs beat them last year. Like, that's a tip in the cap. Like, they weren't the Chargers that they were this year.
I'll give you that.
We still beat them. And like, that was the coming out party, that game. You know what I mean?
That was. Because they were like, he can hang with everybody.
Yep.
I love it, man. All right. Well, my first matchup of the week, I got the Arizona Cardinals versus at the Cleveland Browns.
I'm very excited about this matchup.
Right?
Very excited.
Right? Kyler against that defense. See what Baker brings to the table, man. That running game against JJ and company. Like, man, I'm pumped.
And JJ Watt, I mean, making some plays. I mean, not like, really getting sack numbers or anything like that, but like impact plays. Like, yes, I think he very much so is doing that. The defense, obviously, they're a 5-0 team, bro. So like, they got the things going on. They got some things going on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I mean, the 49ers did give the Cardinals a little more trouble than they should have.
Yeah.
And I am concerned that the Browns are going to have a smidge of letdown hangover. You know what I mean? Like, that was a huge letdown.
Yeah.
You played your heart out and you still lost the game.
Yeah.
So I want to see what happens there.
That one loss doesn't turn into 2. Like, we alluded to that before. I hope not. Who's at home? Who's at home for the game?
Cleveland. They'll be in Cleveland.
Okay, so that I think that in like the home crowd hopefully will be able to pump them up and not let that happen to them. I don't know, and like, I'll be honest, bro. Like, it just hit me. The spirit just hit me. But is it time for Arizona letdown?
Oh, here we go.
I don't know, bro.
My man and his letdowns.
They've been flying high, and it's I don't know. Like, they might be due for a bad game. All right, man. Next matchup up, and I'm going with Pitt and Seattle this week, bro. Pittsburgh versus
Ooh,
Seattle.
okay.
Listen,
That caught me off guard. I didn't think you'd go
yeah,
there.
yeah, 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 yeah. Two teams, former powerhouses, at a crossroads. Both teams right now. Pittsburgh, luckily, coming off of a win in this game. Versus the Seattle team, their quarterback's out. How does their offense change with Geno Smith at the helm? Do they still have that big playability? Are they going to run that type of offense, or are they going to slow it down a little bit? Their defense, bro, has been reeling. The Seattle defense is not what you typically think of when you talk about a Seattle-led team, a Pete Carroll-led team. I just don't know what might be able to happen with them. It's not looking good, but they have an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still have an opportunity to get it done. But it's a tall task, man. It's a tall task.
And it seems like Pittsburgh's defense is keeping them alive right now, and Seattle's defense is hindering them from winning more games.
Yeah.
So would
and
you say a tale of two defenses right now?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And not only that, but like Seattle just coming off a division loss to the Rams. You know what I mean? So like they desperately need to win, even though this is an AFC team. They cannot afford to have another L in their record. And listen, both teams are still 2-3. So if the winner gets back to 500 football and is able to kind of salvage their season, maybe get over the hump with a 2-game win streak. So this game is big.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? This game is very big.
I say the Steelers play Dwayne Haskins, and we get Haskins versus Geno.
This man is like he is adamant to kick Ben Roethlisberger out the league. Get this man out the league. Get him out the league.
It's tough to watch, my dude.
Yeah,
it's tough to watch.
Maybe I haven't been watching enough.
Dude,
maybe I haven't been watching Ben Roethlisberger enough.
He looks like, that noise your grandpa or your uncle make when they get off the couch. He's the human embodiment of that. Like every time he hikes the ball, I feel like he's like, ugh.
This man is a human grunt. He's a groan.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Do it, man.
That's hurtful. That I could if you see that, I could see how it could be hurtful to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, my second matchup, I got two teams that are in that same boat. They need to win something fierce. I got Kansas City Chiefs at Washington football team.
Two teams who definitely need to win. You put that shit right. Damn right, man.
Because we got the team that was supposedly the best offense around against the team who supposedly was the best defense in town. Neither one of them really showed that right now.
Yeah.
Who comes to play on Sunday and gets the job done?
Yeah. And right now, I mean, I think Kansas City has to be the favorite at this point, right? Like, I mean,
because it's got all the makings of a get right game.
Yes, it does.
But in order to have a get right game, you got to get right.
Which I'll be honest, like you put it right, but since it does have all the makings of a get right game,
here comes conspiracy theory, Shawn. Here comes conspiracy theory.
But listen.
No, I love it. You've been spot on so far.
Isn't this prime Taylor Heineke time? No, like you know what else?
Oh, now you're gonna use my dude against me.
Listen. I mean, things work in mysterious ways, man. Things work in mysterious ways. You know what else was a prime layup game where he came out of nowhere? It was Tampa, and we all saw that happen. He seems to be a player who elevates based on when all the odds are against him.
Very true.
And maybe he just might be that guy. But I think you get the Chiefs. You get the Chiefs up next, and he just comes off a bad game.
Superhero Heineke.
Yeah, he focuses extra this week. I could see him having a bounce back game. The defense has got to be able to stop Patrick Mahomes. But is the Chiefs defense going to be able to stop Heineke? You know what I'm saying? As bad as they've been. So I don't know. What you think, bro? What you think?
I think Kansas City destroys them. I think it's going to be brutal.
I went through that whole spiel and Drew was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I think Kansas City. Because why it does, I think it's one of those diversion where the universe wants us to think, hey, we've been down this path. And then Pat Mahomes is like, I still can do crazy shit. So watch this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the Chiefs still have Patrick Mahomes. His team is not there with him right now, but they still have Patrick Mahomes.
And like you have to have a guy like that. You have to have a guy like that. And it's
super hard to but to bet against a guy like that.
True.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. In the end, that's what it'll be. Yeah. For sure.
Well, let's talk about those locks. We got the locks because Shawn, you came back and you went 2-0 last week. Well, I went 1-1, so we're tied 4-4. It's a whole new season. So we're both 500 now.
Whole new season. Oh, that means I could pick some saucy games again.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I was actually surprised that I went 2-0, but
there was not many layups this week.
It was.
I was trying to find a layup. I was going to try to do a hard game and then a layup, and I was like, "There's no, these games could go either way."
Well, yeah. I mean, Cincinnati every time looking like a layup, though.
I mean, but every time I talked to my way into one, I was like, "But then here comes Detroit."
Yeah.
Who saw their coach get emotional? Who knows? They might run out and throat chop Joe Burrow. Game over.
Hit him with that Judy chop, bro. Right to the throat and get him out 2 games in a row. What if we do what if we we can pick whatever game, but let's both pick one hard game.
This crazy game? All right,
let's both pick one hard game.
Okay.
Both pick one hard game.
Okay.
So listen, I'll go with my hard game.
I had one in mind. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
All right, I'm gonna do. Do I really want to do this? I'm gonna do.
Do it. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna do Arizona Cleveland.
Ooh,
and I'm nervous about
Who's
this game.
winning that game, Shawn?
Oh, bro.
Who's winning that game?
I'm going to go.
Also, is this your win or lose? Which one you pick?
Yeah, I'm like, let me decide. Oh, this is I think it's in Arizona. I'm going with Cleveland. Cleveland is going to be my winner this week. I'm going with Cleveland.
I'm going with Cleveland. Arizona.
Yeah.
I like
First loss. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm okay. Well, so my win this week is my layup. I'll save my hard one for my loss.
All right.
Guaranteed to win this week. Dallas goes into Foxborough and beats the Patriots.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely gonna happen. That 3.5 spread we was just talking about. Your boy, it's a suspect spread, bro. Get your money.
If it was in Dallas, I'd feel a lot more layup-y about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you never know how
New England throws it off a little bit, which is why we talked about it being 3.5 points. But that Dallas offense looking strong. All right, so my loser this week.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh. I'm going with. Damn, I think I'm gonna pick this game. I really think I'm gonna pick this game. I'm going with. God, do I want to do this?
You gonna pick Seahawks? You gonna pick Seahawks? Losing this?
I'm picking the Seahawks to lose.
Yeah, I knew you were about to.
I'm picking the Seahawks to lose.
I mean,
I'm picking them to lose, man. I think Big. Listen, I don't know if this is faith in Big Ben or what, but like,
you got a way more like you.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, that sack of potatoes is gonna let you down. Remember, he's the reigning, defending world heavyweight punchable face champion.
Oh man, I forgot about that. He might like if he gets this win. Way less people should be wanting to punch this man's face. I think that is probably in the cards for him. Maybe not. Maybe more people. He might be in more homes, you know?
I'm going for it, man. And it's Monday night, so I haven't looked at the score yet. Guaranteed to lose this week. The Ravens will lose to Herbert and the Chargers.
Putting a stamp on it.
When I go all in on a team, I go all in, man. What can I say?
All right, riding with them boys.
Watch, everybody's gonna get hurt this week.
Hey, so this man has a cross-country West Coast team playing early, getting the victory early on a
We'll
Sunday
see. Yeah,
for
we're gonna
them.
see how good they are.
Yeah,
It does
yeah.
help. It does help. Baltimore's got the short week though, so that does help.
Yeah, that does
That'll
help
I
them.
think
Yeah.
that'll offset the travel time there.
Yeah, and then like this, I think this team might be travel proof. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just playing on
Herbert's
another
what,
level right now.
15, 16 years old?
Yeah,
What is bedtime?
Tom is
He's fine.
yeah, right. Yeah, Tom is
He's
nothing
fine.
to that man. Yeah,
He's fine.
yeah. It's his
Only
face. It's all in
way
the face.
I will have a stipulation. This only way the Ravens win is if some way, somehow, Justin Herbert gets a haircut this week. If Justin Herbert gets a haircut this week, it's game over. I'm just
Yeah,
throwing that out.
I 100% agree with that. If he touches the locks, it might be a wrap for them.
I hope he
It
learned
might be a
last year
wrap
that
for him.
his power was in his flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he figured that out. I think he
Okay,
figured that
good.
out, and
Good.
now
No haircuts till the end
you
of the year, man. All right.
yeah, it's got to be that way. It's got to be.
Well, before we get out of here and go enjoy all that Week 6 has to offer to us with the Grudenless Raiders and such, Shawn, is there anybody that needs to step up this week?
Oh yes, there is a big step up candidate this week. And listen, I don't think we can. I would be remiss if we did not talk about this. But listen, you have a team whose coach constantly gets you prepared to play, has you in the game in the fourth quarter, and you just let the win slip away from you. This man is crying on national TV about how much he wants to win the game for you. So my step up candidate for this week is the Detroit Lions.
Whole damn team.
Whole team. Your coach wants to win it. Okay. Your coach wants to win it. There's nobody that can make any qualms about that. Y'all need to get this victory. I don't care if it's the Bengals with Joe Burrow. I don't care if it's Jamar Chase. Penei Sewell. Let them know that they should have taken you over the receiver. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that matchup.
Get it done.
Oh,
yes.
Sewell.
Detroit.
Okay.
Get it done this week for your coach. Get off the schneid. Get this victory.
Because my man wants to put the pads on for you.
Yes. Step up. It's time. Yeah, it's time.
I like it. Detroit, come on, man. We're pulling for you. Please please get a little Winsky for our boy Alex Hofford. Shout out to our resident Lions fan. Get that win. All right, well this one's in the books. Shawn, where can they find you on the social medias?
Yes sir, at the Kid Suds on Twitter, at nickel_dime FB on Twitter as well, and of course at the illustrious Nickel and Dime Football, nickel_dime football on IG. Drew, what about you, man?
Check me out on Instagram at Laugh with Harrison, Twitter Harrison_comedy, and then at Drew Harrison Comedy.com. We're just getting started. We got plenty of football left. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next week.